Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. We're going to read Acts chapter 25. Let's get into it. Paul's trial before Festus. 3 days after arriving in the province, Festus went out from Caesarea into Jerusalem, where the chief priests and the Jewish leaders appeared before him, and presented the charges against Paul. They requested Festus as a favor of them to have Paul transferred to Jerusalem, for they were preparing an ambush to kill him along the way. Festus answered, Paul is being held at Caesarea, and I myself am going to be there soon. Let some of your leaders come with me, and if a man has done anything wrong, they can press charges against him there. After spending 8 or 10 days with them, Festus went down to Caesarea. The next day he convened the court in order that Paul be brought before him. When Paul came in, the Jews who had come down from Jerusalem stood around him. They brought many serious charges against him, but they could not prove them. Then Paul made his defense. I have done nothing wrong against the Jewish law or against the temple or against Caesar. Festus, wishing to do the Jews a favor, said to Paul, Are you willing to go up to Jerusalem and stand trial before me there on these charges? Paul answered, I am now standing before Caesar's court, where I ought to be tried. I have not done anything wrong to the Jews, as you yourself know very well. If, however, I am guilty of doing anything deserving death, I do not refuse to die. But if the charges brought against me by these Jews are not true, no one has the right to hand me over to them. I appeal to Caesar. After Festus had conferred with his council, he declared, You have appealed to Caesar. To Caesar you will go. Festus consults King Agrippa. A few days later, after King Agrippa and Bernice arrived at Caesarea to pay their respects to Festus. Since they were spending many days there, Festus discussed Paul's case with the king. He said, There is a man whom Felix left as prisoner when I went to Jerusalem. The chief priests and the elders of the Jews brought charges against him and asked that he be condemned. I told him that it was not right to the Roman custom to hand over anyone before they have faced their accusers and have an opportunity to defend themselves against the charges. When they come here with me, I do not delay the case, but convene the court the next day and order the man to be brought in. Then the accusers got up to speak. They did not charge him with any crimes I had expected. Instead, they had some points I dispute with him about their own religion and about a dead man named Jesus who Paul claimed was alive. I was at a loss to investigate such matters, so I asked if he would be willing to go to Jerusalem and stand trial before on these charges. But when Paul made his appeal to be held over for the emperor's decision, I ordered him held until I could send him to Caesar. Then Agrippa said to Festus, I would like to hear this man myself. He replied, Tomorrow you will hear him. I'm gonna make a hard decision here and say we're going to call it for the night, and we're gonna read this whole thing tomorrow, or you'll see this tomorrow. So the word of the Lord be a Lord, thanks be a Lord. Hope you have a great day, and see you tomorrow.